Good evening to you all, and thank you for tuning in to the Pride of Fenland Awards 2020. I am Councillor Susan Wallwork and I'm the portfolio holder for communities, and it is my pleasure to be presenting these awards this evening. It would be impossible to start these awards without mentioning the global pandemic that is affecting us all this year, and is the reason for these awards being presented to you in this very different format. Those of you who know the history of our annual award will know that it celebrates the diverse, vibrant and dynamic volunteering community we are so lucky to have here in Fenland. Every year we hear about the difference volunteering makes to so many members of our community, and yet this year we're being completely blown away by the community spirit shown by our truly amazing volunteers and voluntary groups. They have risen to many challenges presented by COVID-19 by using the networks our established volunteers already had in place, expanding those networks where possible and where needed, created new means and methods to ensure that all volunteers were being directed to the right people and were able to provide tailored help to their specific needs. The stories I and my fellow elected members have heard about the help and information, advice and guidance we have been given is truly humbling. For some small acts such as telephone calls or a knock on the door to check someone is okay have made a huge difference to someone who otherwise have spent lockdown entirely on their own without any human contact. For others, delivering food parcels to families where parents may have lost their jobs or been furloughed as a direct result of coronavirus has enabled them to provide meals for their children, whereas without this help they may have struggled or gone without food so their children could not eat. There are so many inspiring examples of what is being done that it is impossible to do them all justice in this opening speech. We have therefore decided that 2021 Pride in Fenland Awards will be dedicated to celebrating COVID-19 volunteers. Having this dedicated event next year has enabled us to move forward with this year's nominations, which we now happily bring to you. As it is already clear, the format of this evening's awards will be different from previous years. Although we have not been able to invite you all to attend an event, we do hope that you are able to appreciate the many varied natures of our individual group nominees. Due to time constraints, we will not be reading out every individual nomination in full. Instead, we will read the nominee or group name who nominated them and a very brief example of why they have been nominated. At the end of each category, we will reveal the runners-up and winners, with those nominations being read in full. Even though we have not been able to read every nomination, I would like to reassure everyone that the individual or group that they nominated will receive a presentation copy of the full nomination in the post, along with their certificate. There will also be the opportunity for anyone to read every nomination in full online for a limited time after tonight. Details of how to access this will be on Fenland District Council and Fenland Citizens' website. You'll be relieved to know that it's not just me that you'll be hearing from tonight. I'll be joined by Councillor Cllr, who will present both the Young People and Sports Awards, along with Jeremy Ransome, editor of Fenland Citizen, who will present the final awards tonight. So moving on to the nominations, we will read out the categories in the following order: volunteering in the community, young person in the community, group, club, organisation benefiting the community, sports in the community, very kindly sponsored by Freedom Leisure, and Special Judges Award in partnership with Fenland Citizen. We will be taking a short break after each category so people can stretch their legs or put the kettle on. We will begin with the volunteer in the community category. This is always our most well-supported category and a testament to how much volunteering is carried out by individuals, not part of any group, although there are a couple of crossovers that you may notice later. The nominees will not be read out in particular order, and please remember that each nominee will receive a presentation copy of their full nomination along with their certificate in the post, and we will also be publishing the full nominations on our website for those who wish to read more about our amazing volunteers. Our first nominee is Colin Martin. Colin has been nominated twice, once by his wife, Michelle Martin, and once by Mrs. Kim Fountain. They have nominated Colin for all the money he continues to raise for the community of Whittlesey. Congratulations on your nomination, Colin. Our next nominee is Deborah Slater. Deborah has been nominated by Charlotte Garner for the outstanding work she's done raising money for the life-saving defibrillator in Whittlesey. Well done on your nomination, Deborah. Next we have Tracy Milner. Tracy has been nominated by Benjamin Newton and Rachel Milson for her commitment for bettering the local community in Waterleys, with special reference to her work at the Wisbech Adventure Playground. Two lovely nominations, Tracy. Congratulations. The next nomination is also for Milner, but this is Leon Milner. Leon has been nominated by Benjamin Newton because, as I quote, the dude is a community gold. Or excellent nomination and well done. Phyllis Parron is our next nominee. Phyllis has also been nominated by Benjamin Newton for her efforts with a wonderful community group, All Sorts Together, and her hot chocolate making skills. Keep up your good work, Phyllis. We all like hot chocolate. Next is Sean Freyer. Sean is Benjamin Newton's final nomination. He chose to nominate Sean for his community involvement and willingness to learn. So well done to you, Sean. Nathan Lansdale is our next nomination in this category. Nathan has been nominated by his mother, Mrs. Lansdale, and Amy Robinson for all his work with getting it sorted, Street Pride, and the website he's designed and developed to make Fenland more eco-friendly. A very worthy nomination. Well done. Our next nominee is Jill Howell. Jill has been nominated by Sam Ward for all the voluntary work she's done for campsites since she retired from her paid role in 2019. Jill, your dedication sits very close to my own heart, so thank you and well done. Robert Bonington is our next nominee. Robert has been nominated by Eamon Dorling for the many ways he helps Fenland's community. This is a worthy nomination, Robert. Thank you. Margaret Bird is our next nominee. Margaret has been nominated by Julie Dent and Shirley for working tirelessly in the community for many years without recognition. Margaret, this is a truly wonderful nomination. Well done. Our next nominees have been nominated for the amazing volunteer they do at Wisbech Adventure Playground. Maureen, Molly, Baker, Liz Tansley and Natasha Lowry all have been nominated by Violet Loveridge for the time, effort they have put into helping others in the Wisbech Adventure Playground. Without their skills and dedication, the playground wouldn't be the successful community hub for young people that it is today. Molly, Liz and Natasha, you should be very proud of the work that you do. You make a big difference to that community, and thank you. Another Wisbech Playground nominee is Samantha Grimmett. Samantha has been nominated by Rachel Milson for her help with stay and play sessions which are held after school. Samantha, you should be very proud of the work that you do in the playground. The nomination reflects the work that you do. Thank you. Chris Stevens is our next nominee in this category. Chris has been nominated by both Jenna Bristow and Steve Hubbard for the amount of volunteer work she does outside of her paid job, helping out the Waterleys community with such wide-ranging issues from domestic violence to Waterleys in Bloom. Chris, you are well known for your volunteer work and these nominations highlight that. Many congratulations. Our next nominee is Carol Turner. Carol has been nominated not just once but 8 times by Cyril Butler, Marjorie Wicks, Councillor Bob Wicks, Tricia Gordon, Elizabeth Burgess, Rosemary Woodward and Tracy Beaumont, and Julian and Sue Harford. All nominations speak of her dedication to her village community and her willingness to help others. Despite sadly suffering from her own health issues, she remains the heart and soul of the community. Well, Carol, if you've got 8 nominations, something must be going well. Thank you. Moving on, we have also received nominations for Kevin Stroud. Kevin has been nominated by Paul Southwell for taking every Tuesday off to volunteer as a club leader for the last 44 years. Kevin, you have shown remarkable dedication to volunteering in the clubs. Thank you. Stephen Hubbard is our next nominee. Stephen has been nominated by Jenna Bristow for all the time and effort he puts into helping people suffering from mental health issues and social isolation. A very worthy nomination. Thank you. Our next nomination is for Sue Unwin from Chatteris. Sue has been nominated by Councillor Linda Ashley for all the volunteering she's done in Chatteris for the last 30 years. An absolutely lovely nomination, thank you. Patrick Bennett is our next nominee. John Smithy nominated Patrick because he is the founder of a charity that organises social events for people with mental health conditions and their carers' families living in the Fenland area. Patrick, this is a great nomination, well done. Our next nomination is for Emma Barnard. Emma has been nominated by Nicola Houghton for her tireless work in tackling the traffic issues around St Peter's C.V. Junior School and Clarkson Infant School. Emma, that cannot be an easy task, and thank you and well done for your nomination. Bridget Knowles is our next nominee. Bridget's nomination is from Jane Grove and is for her tireless fundraising for many organisations in Donington and Chatteris. Bridget, your efforts have made a big difference to your community. It's an excellent nomination. Moving on, our next nominee is Iris Owen. Iris has been nominated by Xander Sitol for the 5 years she's spent volunteering in the community through the Care Network. Congratulations on your nomination. Our next nominee is David Curtis. David has been nominated both as an individual and a group. David's individual nomination was submitted by Jane Archer. Jane nominated David for all of his year-round efforts to ensure that Doddington's Christmas lights display are as good as they possibly can be. Having seen the lights this year, I can sit and say it's a great nomination. Suzanne Hodder is our next nominee. John Maxwell nominated Suzanne for her tireless work in bringing street pride to Tid St Giles. and I understand it is now in its 5th year. Suzanne, so very well done and a deserved nomination. Our next volunteer is Anne Chambers. Anne has been nominated by Amanda Boyden. For 25 years she's spent running a dementia support group for sufferers and their families. And this is a genuinely worthy nomination. Many congratulations. Jane Archer is our next nominee. Jane has been nominated by Mr and Mrs Payne for the help and support she has given to them, and many others over the year. Jane, your help is obviously greatly appreciated. Thank you. Our next nomination is for Diane Cllr. Diane has been nominated by Councillor Sarah Bligh and Gavin Booth because she is a truly committed champion who works tirelessly for her community and Murrow and its neighbouring villages. Diane, you are obviously very passionate, and it's lovely to see both councillors nominate you. Thank you. Stephen Short is our next nominee in this category, and he has been nominated by Louise Proctor. He is devoted to making Mainey a wonderful place to live for families and individuals, so much so that he drives back from his home in Wales to help. Stephen, this kind of dedication is extraordinary. Many congratulations on your nomination. Our next nominee is Anne Matthews. Anne has been nominated by Major Richard Cook of the Salvation Army. Richard has nominated Anne for all the work she's done in the community while running their charity shop in Chatteris. Congratulations on your nomination. Tony Jarvis is our penultimate nominee. Tony's been nominated by Mr Bambridge for the care he takes in ensuring that the dog walking and horse riding paths on his land are always maintained to a high level. Well done for your nomination. Our final nominee is for Jenna Bristow. Stephen Hubbard nominated Jenna for the work she puts into running the Cllr therapy group, which helps those suffering from mental illnesses or social isolation through the medium of photography. This is such a lovely nomination, Jenna. Many congratulations. And that rounds up all the nominations in this category. It is now time to reveal the runner-up in the volunteer and the community category. Each and every nominee deserves recognition in their own right, but this gentleman goes out of his way to help his community. He is the driving force behind most, if not all, of the village's big events, from galas to Christmas fairs and Santa Claus visits, even going so far as to walk in 10 miles on a very chilly night, raising funds to bring Christmas cheer to the village. And if that was not impressive enough, he does all of this while living in Wales. It is therefore with great delight that I can announce Stephen Shaw as our runner-up volunteer in the community. Stephen will receive his trophy and cheque, and along with a presentation copy of his nomination after this event. And it is now time to announce the winner of this category. The quality of this year's nominations has been exceptional. There was one nominee who stood out from the rest. This volunteer has been helping their community for many, many years. They have turned their hand to a variety of different activities, all with the common theme of helping the residents and community in and around her village. In no particular order, she has volunteered at the Donington Hospital shop for 20 years. She has volunteered with the Wimbledon Community Car Scheme for 10 years. She's been a district commissioner for the Girl Guides and is still active in the organisation and going for badges. This remarkable woman is Margaret Bird, and she is the deserved winner of the Volunteer in the Community category. I would like to thank all of you for tuning in, and I pass you now over to Councillor Sam Clark, who will take you through the Young Person in the Community category.
Good evening everyone, I'm Councillor Sam Clark and I'm here to present the Young Persons in the Community Award. It is a great pleasure for me to be presenting this award. I am closely involved in the youth clubs in my ward and see the many ways that young people can contribute to our local communities. It is a great pleasure to hear about the positive contributions made by the young people of Fenland. As with the previous category, the nominees will not be read out in any order, with the runner-up and winner being announced once all nominations have been heard. Please remember that each nominee will receive a presentation copy of their full nomination, along with their certificate in the post. And we will also be publishing the full nominations on our website for those who wish to read more about our amazing volunteers. The first nomination in this category is Ellie Nichols. Ellie has been nominated by Janet Bowden for all the help she gives at Park Lane After School Netball Club. That's a lovely nomination, Ellie. Congratulations and keep up the good work. Billy Cunningham is our next nominee in this category. PCSO Sue Clark nominated Billy for being an outstanding member of the police cadets. He is always the first to volunteer and is clearly proud to wear the uniform. This is an excellent nomination, Billy. You should be very proud. Our next nomination is for Sophie Freeman. Sophie has been nominated by Amy Robinson for her important role as a dedicated recycling champion and for being part of the Getting It Sorted volunteers team. This is a great nomination, Sophie. Well done. Byron Nunn is our next nominee. Byron has been nominated by his mum, Peggy Nunn, for his determination to live a normal life despite suffering from cystic fibrosis. Your mum is obviously very proud of you, Byron, and you should be proud of yourself too. Well done. Our next nominee is Jade Merson. Gemma Adams nominated Jade because she runs the Wisbech Sea Cadets on a purely voluntary basis while working and being a mother to a young daughter. Jade, this is a wonderful nomination. Very well done. Our next 4 nominations are all for young people involved in the Wisbech Adventure Playground. Rachel Milsom has nominated Abby Barnes because she is one of the youngest volunteers at the playground. But she takes her role very seriously. She is quite happy to turn her hand to any task, big or small, which is brilliant. A lovely nomination, Abby. Congratulations. Following on from that, Katie Field, Vesta Sakati and Ruby Knight have all received nominations from Violet Loveridge. Violet nominated Katie because she is a creative and kind young lady who loves to play the piano for staff when she has learnt a new song. Well done, Katie. Vesta was also nominated by Violet for her fundraising activities during last year's National Play Day, which was fantastic. We love to receive nominations like this one. Vesta, congratulations. And finally, Violet nominated Ruby because she is a young helper at the playground and is often found helping the staff as well as sharing her love and talent for painting with others. This is a lovely nomination, Ruby. Very well done. It is now time to reveal the runner-up in the young persons in the community category. As I am sure you will all agree, these young people are setting a marvellous example to their peers and to the rest of us, all of which made the job of picking a runner-up and a winner very difficult. But at the end of the day, we are confident that we have made the right decision. The runner-up in the young person in the community category is someone that managed to fit in a huge amount of volunteering time alongside her work and family commitments. Jade Merson represents her Sea Cadet unit at every Remembrance Day parade, leading the cadets through Wisbech in front of large crowds, as well as undertaking charity fundraising throughout the year. Jade always puts other people's needs before her own, and I'm delighted that she will now be getting the recognition she deserves. Jade, your achievements are incredible, and I'm sure your Sea Cadets unit must be very proud of you. Many congratulations. It is now time to announce the winner in the Young Persons in the Community category. Despite there being such a high standard of nominations this year, there was one that stood out above all others. The young person chose to become a police cadet despite knowing he would probably experience some negativity from his peers and his community because he is a traveller and is incredibly proud of his heritage. But he decided that the best way to change people's opinions was from a positive position, and he has become a real asset to the volunteer police cadets of Cambridgeshire Constabulary. So much so that he is doing something truly incredible. He is voluntarily going into a police cell with no access to any technology for 12 hours to raise money for the police charity which supports officers and their families that have been injured or killed in their line of duty. I am delighted to announce that Billy Cunningham is our Young Person of the Year. Billy, your nomination and your achievements are richly deserved. Many congratulations. I would like to thank all of you for watching, and after a short break I will hand you to Cllr Wallwork, who will be reading the nominations for the group, club or organisations in the community.
Welcome back. We now move on to the group, club or organisation benefiting the community. We know there are many outstanding voluntary groups in Fenland whose purpose benefits a rich diversity of communities. This category highlights the very best of those groups. Our first nomination in this category is for People and Animals UK. The group has been nominated by Councillor Sam Hoy because of the outstanding work they do for and with our vulnerable adults and children. This nomination is a testament to the work that you do. Many congratulations. Our next group of nominees are collectively called the Castle Volunteers. They have been nominated by Trevor Gilbert in recognition of all the hours they spend working hard to ensure the castle remains in excellent condition. Well done to all involved. 50 backpacks for the homeless are the next group to be nominated, and they have been nominated not once but 8 times. S. Crowson, Kylie Elford, Danny Turner /Potter, Julia Wagner, Mandy Littlejohn, Sullivan Bliss, Margaret Paul and Owen Bennett have all nominated this group for the support they provide to the homeless community in Wisbech. Congratulations on your nomination. Our next group receiving a nomination is the Whittlesea Social Dance Group. Peter Richer nominated this group because they are a very active group for the older residents in and around Whittlesea who may wish to learn to dance or just enjoy themselves coming together for social events. This is a lovely nomination, congratulations. The Friday group are the next group in this category. They have been nominated by Councillor Judy Smith because they are a group for early dementia sufferers with their families and they provide support in a loving, respectful and most importantly, a happy environment. A genuinely wonderful nomination, congratulations. Our next nomination was made by Jane Archer. Jane has nominated the Doddington Christmas Lights team because the small team of 5 do an amazing job and it grows every year. This is a very great nomination, thank you. We are back to Whittlesea for our next group. The Whittlesea Disabled Over 60s Club has been nominated by Roger Brown, Linda Long, Pauline Richards because they are a self-supporting organisation for the elderly and disabled residents in the town or surrounding villages. They put on a range of activities and give residents the opportunity to socialise and have a chat with some, maybe the only time they leave their home or meet other people, which is extremely important, so thank you very much, a very worthy nomination. Ely Food Bank, March Distribution Centre, are our next group to be nominated. The group have been nominated by Barbara Taylor for their tireless work helping hundreds of families and individuals in times of food crisis. This is another timely nomination and one greatly needed thanks to COVID. I'm sure your work is greatly appreciated, thank you. The penultimate nomination is for the Chat Tea. They have been nominated by Sophie Wilkinson because they are a devoted group of young people who dedicate the first Sunday in every month to offering a meal and companionship free of charge to vulnerable people. This is an outstanding nomination and it's very, very good to see young people getting engaged in their community. Thank you. Whittlesea Christmas Lights Committee are the final group to be nominated in this category. Councillor David Mason made the nomination because for several years now the committee has strived to provide a bright, uplifting display of Christmas lights by raising money throughout the year. Another great nomination, thank you. So that brings us to the end of the nominations in the group category. As with previous categories, this has been an incredibly difficult group to judge as all nominations are equally as worthy, but there are 2 that stood out just a little bit more than the others. The runner-up in the group, clubs or organisation in the community category are a group of young people who have gone the extra mile. To make a difference to vulnerable people in the community, since they started the group they have secured funding to convert the old kitchen in the church, which was in a very poor state, in a facility that provides training and equipment and has resulted in them achieving a 5-star rating following a visit from the environmental health officer. The group is continuously striving to help more and more people who could be experiencing food poverty or isolation and anxiety. So it really is with great pleasure that I can announce that Chat Tea are the runners-up in this category. The work you've put in to help extremely vulnerable people in our community is genuinely humbling. Thank you. And now we move on to the winners. This group provides a valuable support network for sufferers of dementia and their families. They offer stimulating activities, entertainment and above all friendship when people need it most. Carers have the choice to either stay and join in or they can leave knowing that their loved ones is in safe hands. This group is run entirely by volunteers who all have experience of helping people with dementia and their families. So I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Friday group is this year's winner in the group, club or organisation in the Community Awards. This award is richly deserved. Congratulations to everyone involved. We are now going to move on to the last category of these awards after another short break, which is the Sport and Community, which has been generously sponsored by Freedom Leisure and presented by Councillor Cllr.
Thank you, Sue. Sport can bring people and communities together in unique and unexpected ways, through large organised clubs or small friendly groups. Sport and exercise benefits both the body and the mind of the individuals and communities. We are therefore delighted to include this as a category in the Pride in Fenland Awards for the first time. We shall begin with Ernie's Amateur Boxing Club in Chartres. Ernie's has been nominated by Councillor Linda Ashley because it has been operating for the last 7 years and in that time has helped teach many young people discipline through boxing. Ernie, you are very dedicated and deserve the nomination. Congratulations. Rebecca Griffiths is our next nominee. Rebecca is nominated by Katie Squires for the work she does organising the home education sports sessions with Active Fenland out of the Hudson Leisure Centre. Rebecca, I am so pleased that you are supporting others to engage in sporting activities. This is a deserved nomination. Well done. Our next nominee is Tim Clifford, who works tirelessly from his home village of Mamie. Simon Millwood nominated Tim for making sure all the pitches are marked out ready for all of the football teams at the weekend, as well as coaching the under-7s team himself. This is a hard-earned but much-deserved nomination. Many congratulations. Arthur Buckler is our next sporting nomination. Arthur has been nominated by his mum, Jodie Buckler, for the time, effort and success he has achieved in his chosen sport of inline speed skating. Arthur, I wish you continued success. Many congratulations on your nomination. Our next nominee is another young person who is dedicated to not one but many sports. Alana Pritchard has also been nominated by her mum, Samantha Pritchard, for her enthusiasm and success in various sports, including trampolining, netball and hockey. Moving on, and Jeff Tabbett is our next nominee. Jeff has been nominated by Joe Blackmore for his long-standing commitment to the sport of dog agility, which began over 25 years ago and has since seen membership grow, despite Jeff now being in his 70s. That is a lovely nomination for a considerable commitment. Jeff, very well done. Tom Buck is our next sporting nominee. Tom has been nominated by Mrs. Shirley Buck for his endless dedication to cricket in Wisbech. Tom plays, coaches, scores and even helps out behind the bar when needed, and hasn't missed a pre-session yet. I'm sure your efforts are greatly appreciated by players and spectators alike. Congratulations on your nomination, Tom. It's well deserved. Our next nominee in this category is Karen Wilmot. Laura Harwood nominated Karen for her positivity, motivation, ambition and kindness when she laced up her trainers 3 years ago and began raising increasingly large sums of money for charity by running half marathons. It is fantastic to hear about your fundraising efforts through sporting activity, Karen. Many congratulations on your nomination. Our next nomination are husband and wife, Simon and Tanya Miller. They have been nominated by Julie and Ben Dent for a specific event which happened while they were watching their son play cricket for Wimbledon. One of the players collapsed on the field and Tanya and Simon were the first to react, calling for a defibrillator and starting CPR. Together, they brought the batsman back to life and made sure he was stable until the paramedics arrived. Simon and Tanya, you are genuine Wimbledon Cricket Club heroes and thoroughly deserve this nomination. Very well done. Lee Carey is our next nominee. Lee is nominated by Heidi Lemon because he is an athletic coach who volunteers his time to deliver family athletic sessions in local primary schools. He has a brilliant natural approach and helps get families more active together, learning key life skills in the process. This is an excellent nomination. Congratulations, Lee. Next, we have another cricket-based nomination, this time for March Cricket Club, Chairman Les Mills. Katie Squires has nominated Les because he is a qualified cricket coach, welfare officer, Fenland Trophy Cricket League founder and much more. Les, this is a fabulous nomination. Many congratulations. Steve Ray is our penultimate nomination in this category. Steve has been nominated by Lauren Bremner because he voluntarily runs the walking football clubs in March and Chapless. He does a great job at running these sessions, getting people involved, as well as arranging other events, such as Christmas lunches and fish and chips evenings, all bringing people together and reducing the feelings of isolation often experienced by the older members of the community. This is a lovely nomination. Steve, many congratulations. The final nomination in the Sports in the Community category is for Dad and Daughter, Colin and Jolie Apps. Colin and Jolie have been nominated by Lauren Bremner for the fantastic job they have done getting the Wisbech Junior Park Run sessions off the ground, working to get the funding and then the volunteers in place every weekend, so hundreds of children can join in and have fun and get fit. This is a brilliant example of how sports can bring families together and a fabulous nomination. Very well done, both of you. So, that brings us to the end of the nomination for this category. As you have heard, we have some truly exceptional individuals who are more than happy to give up their spare time to enable communities to come together and participate in sporting activities. But this made the task of choosing the runner-up and winner very difficult. So difficult, in fact, that we have decided that there should be 2 runners-up awards rather than just one. Our first runner-up is someone who goes the extra mile to help ensure that many football teams can play on a weekend. The person not only coaches, finds grant funding and attends meetings, he also marks out the pictures, all in his own time and all for the benefit of the community. And he has been doing this for several years. We are therefore delighted to announce that our first runner-up is Tim Clifford. The second runner-up is for a very popular sports club that has been operating in Fenland for some time. This club is open 3 nights a week to a range of different age groups and can boost award winners, as well as being able to regularly stage shows and demonstrations for other members of the community. It is hard to believe that this all started when one person decided to convert their own garage. Ernie's Amateur Boxing Club has been helping keep young people off the streets and into the ring for many years. And under Ernie's stewardship, hopefully they will continue to do so for many years to come, and is why they are our second runner-up in the sports in the community category. It is now time to announce the winner of the Sports in the Community Award. We have chosen this person due to their outstanding commitment to their club and their local community over a long period of time. This person has been part of the club for many years in a variety of different capacities. He has ensured that the club is seen as one big family while also reaching out to members of the local community to offer sporting opportunities. He has been responsible for the very popular 3-day sports festivals for young people that takes place every summer holiday. Culminating in awards evenings where every participant is rewarded for their attendance. He has also organised a T20 event day to encourage children and their families to get involved in sports together. The gentleman's reputation goes far beyond the boundaries of the club, and it is for this reason we have decided that Les Mills is the winner of the Sports and the Community Award, sponsored by Freedom Leisure. We hope that you have enjoyed listening to all the nominations in our various categories this evening. I'm sure you agree that all have been most deserving of their nominations, and hopefully you agree with our choice of runners-up and winners. Every year we receive nominations that make us proud to live and represent the people of Fenland. We know there are more individuals and groups in our villages and towns who work tirelessly to make life for us all that little bit better. A bit healthier, a bit friendlier, a bit safer, a bit cleaner. Or a just big something that makes Fenland such a unique and wonderful place to live. Which is why we haven't quite finished yet, as we mentioned at the beginning of these awards are brought to you by both Fenland District Council and the Citizen newspaper. And it is the Citizen that get to have the final words as they sponsor and present the Special Judges Awards. So, I will now pass you over to them to read out their chosen runner-up and winner in this category.
Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Jeremy Ransome and I'm the editor of the Fenland Citizen, and it gives me great pleasure to be here to present the final award, which is the Special Judges Award. All the nominees tonight have been so impressive, and it's so humbling reading the stories behind them. And I'd like to thank everybody who took the trouble to nominate them when the world was a little bit of a different place. So, out of all the impressive nominees for this, we picked two. The runner-up is a lady called Carol Turner. Carol is a pillar of the Pondersbridge community and has been described as the heart of the village, always giving her time to help others. She voluntarily runs the village hall and the weekly bingo sessions, supports the village church, takes part in Speedwatch and organises nearly all the fundraising events in the village. She has done all this while battling through ill health herself. She also runs neighbours to hospital appointments, gets shopping for people, and is always a shoulder to cry on and someone to talk to. Congratulations, Carol. And the winner of the Special Judges Award is Deborah Slater. Deborah does so much good work in Whittlesea, rallying the community to raise money for life-saving defibrillators, while also raising money for heart screenings for young people in the town and teaching CPR techniques through workshops held at school. Deborah not only organises and guides things, she also participates in fundraising by running events. And every Christmas she organises and encourages the community to donate gifts and food for hampers for the elderly, disabled and those who are most in need. She collects the donations and organises wrapping, packing and delivering to the various points of distribution. She has been described as a lovely lady with truly a heart of gold and fully deserves this award. So that brings us to the end of this special and extremely unique evening. I'd like to thank Councillors Susan Wallwork and Sam Clark for hosting the event. I'd like to thank everybody who nominated, and I'd like to give a special heartfelt thanks to all those volunteers who we've honoured tonight. Really, really special people who deserve to be honoured. They really, really do. The Pride in Fenland Awards for 2021 will be launched shortly, and they will obviously be honouring some extremely special people who have helped everybody else cope and have really gone that extra mile during this COVID crisis. Thank you all for watching tonight. Thanks for everyone who took part, and please do take part again next year. Thank you.